Hello guys, welcome back to Boots and Bounty Homestead. This is not a normal video that I usually do. Usually my stuff is in the kitchen or outside. This time we are doing the new routine that I am doing. So I'm not one to do routine cleaning. I'm not one to have a scheduled cleaning. I'm not one to even do a whole lot of deep cleaning. It's kind of when I get to it or when I feel like it. The kids help out. Steven helps out. We each have our little individual things that we do around the house. Like Steven does laundry. I do the cooking and the gardening. And the kids just kind of pick up and, you know, argue about having to do stuff. So one thing I wanted to change up, and I got the idea from Katie at Rouse Rising. If you don't watch her, go check her out. She does a lot of cooking and cleaning videos. Very inspirational woman of faith. So what she does is a 15-minute a day, like a chore list kind of thing. So since we've downsized when we moved, we went from 2,800 square feet down to about 1,400 square feet. This house is a lot easier to take care of. Although, I still have a whole lot of crap. So during my 15-minute chore, I'm kind of doing two sections. Whereas I do a 15-minute cleaning in a certain area or a certain room. Right now I'm doing by room because we only have so many rooms in the house. And it's easier. Now I don't do the kids' rooms. But what we do is just a basic cleaning per room. And it's basically my chore. Steven does jump in the afternoons, and the kids do try to help me whenever I can't get something finished. Like I have stuff in the garden I have to do, or I have to stop for supper, or something like that if we have a big project. Now for the big projects, outside for like, say, dog washings, or we need to do something in the garden like a big planting, or like we had just finished up the garden, putting up the fence. We just finished rearranging the shed and getting it organized because we're still half and half in storage, half in making and building our own storage here. So big stuff like that is usually limited to like a one-day event, say like on a Saturday. Or if it's something we can get done, you know, within an hour or two, then it'll be like a big afternoon kind of project. So what I'm going to talk to you today about is the 15-minute chore. And I'm going to show you my chore list and show you kind of how I'm going to start doing my cleaning routine. Alright, so here's my list, okay? And I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. Okay, so on Monday, I'm going to do whites and I'm going to do the bathrooms. Now, Casey, you just said Steven does the laundry. Well, here's my thing. I'm at home all day. I work from home. I'm not just here all day. I do work from home. I am a nurse. And so I'm sitting here at the computer. I do have breaks. I do have a lunch and stuff like that, you know, just like a normal office would. And so during those times, I'm able to get up and go do something. So instead of Steven coming in and it taking up the afternoon that we need that time to be doing stuff together outside, or maybe a big project inside like changing out the doors or something like that I need his help for, instead of him doing the laundry, I'm trying my best because I'm the one that leaves it in the washing machine for like 2 or 3 days and forgets. So with it being my chore, I have this sheet laying right in front of me. And I can remember to do it and get it done beginning to end. And my goal is to have it done by the time he gets home. So whenever everybody gets home in the afternoon, we can hit the floor running on whatever we need to do that day. So that's why laundry is now on my chore list. So on Monday, we have whites and bathroom. So this first week that I'm going through this, it's really going to be a tackle it and get it done so I can maintain it. And this may be something that you're going to run into. It may be a big project the first time or week that you go through it, but you don't have to do a whole room like I'm doing. I'm doing a whole room to maintain and keep it that way, you know, every week. So that way if I walk through and I see something laying down, I can just pick it up and go put it up. And it's back to the way I had it. I'm going to stay on top of it so that way it doesn't get to this point where I'm having to deep clean every week. Yes, I am doing the bathrooms. We have a bath and a half. So I'm going to be doing the bathrooms on Monday as well as a load of whites. On Tuesday, I'm doing a load of colors, and then I'm going to vacuum and mop the floor. I don't sweep, I vacuum. That does keep down on dust. We do not have animals in the house, and that way I dust. I don't sweep and blow the dust everywhere. I vacuum. It goes in the vacuum through the filters, therefore helping our air that we breathe inside, along with opening up the windows. Just keeping the dust down, so I don't have to dust all the time. Usually I only have to dust maybe 3 or 4 times a year because I vacuum everything up. And I can't stand down on the floor because I walk around barefooted. I gotta have it all vacuumed. Mopping, on the other hand, is a real weakness of mine. I tend to go through the house and vacuum, and if I don't see dirt, I don't tell myself I have to mop, if that makes sense, you know. So I'm having to get into the routine twice a week of mopping. I'm going to vacuum and mop. I will touch vacuum throughout the week, but I want to do one big vacuum and one big mop twice a week, okay? So I'm doing that on Tuesday. So on Wednesday, I'm doing a total kitchen wipe down. And that's going to be, again, I'm still getting rid of stuff in my kitchen because you guys see there's a lot of stuff over there. So it's got to be gone. I want minimal stuff on the counters that's going to take up, you know, space. I don't want to have to pick up a whole lot of stuff and wipe my counters off. I don't want to have to move stuff around. I want it to where I can pick up a few things and have everything cleaned within my 15 minutes. So therefore, as I'm doing this for the first probably week or two, I want to rearrange and maximize my space. I want to get rid of stuff that I'm not using. We've been here 7 months. If there's something I haven't touched, I need to consider getting it gone. That's going to be part of the thing that I'm doing also. Now, also on Wednesday, Steven went ahead and told me to do a load of colors because, like, I'm going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. That way on Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm finishing up the weekend, and on Friday, I'm trying to get in everything for the week to begin again on Monday. So on Wednesday, I'm doing the kitchen wipe down, and I'm doing a load of colors. Now on Thursday, I'm doing the living room. You see, it's not very big. I'm doing the living room, and then I'm going to straighten up the carport. The carport seems to be a landing zone for a lot of stuff, whether it's from the garden and I'm coming in and I set it down, or stuff's going out that needs to go out to the garden or shed or shop or anything like that. It's kind of this transition area from coming out, going in, and taking stuff out, and it doesn't make it all the way out to where it needs to go. We actually had to take one of the shelves out of the pantry and bring it up here to put our boots and stuff on because, you know, we have new puppies now. We don't want our boots from DRYCODE. It's down in the description. You get 30% off if you want to check out the DRYCODE boots. We don't want puppies to start chewing on them. On Friday, I'm going to be doing another load of colors. And I'm also going to do one of the big vacuum mop days. So on Tuesday and Friday, that's kind of a after the weekend and then after the weekdays, kind of clean the floors. On Saturday is when I'm going to tackle my bedroom. Now I'm going to do my half and I'm going to clean. Now Steven takes care of his half. He's got his own organizational ways. So he is going to take care of his part of the room. I'm going to take care of my part of the room. Our desk and office space is also in there. So he kind of handles that. It's like his space and the office is his part, and then my space and the bed and entry area is what I'm going to take on. So that way we can kind of do half and half because it does house a lot of stuff and ends up being a storage part sometime. And then Sunday, I just have meal prep. And on Sunday, that's when I cook breakfast for the week. That's when I get all of Steven's lunch and snacks ready for the week. I get everything done. So we do church, we do lunch, we do whatever we need to do for the day. And then usually about supper time before bedtime is whenever I fix everything for the week. And then, you know, we're done for that. So Sunday is my kind of like catch-up day, makeup day for anything I might have missed. And also my meal prep. So guys, that is my soon-to-be routine chore list for the week. Like I said, I'm hoping this helps you guys because I'm not a routine person. I'm not a scheduled person. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants. Let's do what we can get done in the amount of time we have. kind of person. So during the day when nobody's here to bother me, that's whenever I work on my chore for the day. So now I've got to get to vacuuming and mopping the rest of the house so I can go ahead and get my 15-minute chore done. I hope this gives you some kind of inspiration as to maybe organizing or scheduling a routine a little bit easier. You don't have to set it to a specific time of the day. Just kind of fit it in where it works and just kind of, you know, manipulate it to whatever schedule, whatever fits your life. You know, like Katie has said in her video, she does an area. She does like a bookshelf, or she does like a cabinet. And if that works better for you, that is fantastic. Do that. Some days whenever I am cleaning the living room, I will take more of my 15 minutes on our editing desk, my working desk. That's right behind you guys, where we used to do our lives. We have our YouTube section and we have my workspace section, and it's all on one desk, and it gets very dusty because it's utilized all the time. So I spend most of my time on that, whereas the rest of the house is basically, I mean, the rest of the room back here is just furniture. I do have to dust this cabinet right here, but I keep it minimal to where I can dust it off very quickly. The rest of it's just going to be a quick wipe down and vacuum mop. There's not a whole lot to do in the living room as long as everybody keeps their house picked up. I mean, keeps their items picked up and put away in their room where it is supposed to go. One thing I like to say is everything has its place and everything in its place. I try to reiterate that with the kids as much as possible. You know, make sure something has its place and make sure it's in its place. As soon as you get done with it, put it back. That is one of the biggest habits that I'm trying to break with my kids is, you know, if they take their socks off, they throw them down on the floor, then they get up and go do something else. Well, they forgot their socks were laying there, you know, and they'll get kicked under the couch or something like that. And that's one thing I'm trying to break with them. If you take them off, walk over there and put them in the hamper. If you get something out and you're done using it, put it right back. You know, you've got to break those habits, using something and leaving it and saying, oh, I'll come back and get it. 9 times out of 10, you won't. I know this from experience. So it's a lot of habits that we are trying to break together. I hope this helps some of you out there to organize your life, to get everything cleaned up. If it is a daunting task, break it down to even smaller tasks. Do a table, do a chair, do a section of the floor, do a cabinet. You don't have to do a whole room. But I think I have actually started doing this, like I showed you guys, per room, per day. I have done everything except my bedroom, and that's only because we weren't here on that day. So that's when it would move to the next week, or, you know, to another day whenever I have time. Or I can break it down, and if I only use 5 minutes, say my vacuum and mopping, if I only use 5 or 10 minutes doing that, I have 5 minutes I can use somewhere else. So you don't have to just, you know, do it per day for the 15 minutes. If you have time and can move on to something else that you forgot or didn't get to, you can also do it that way. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gives you some tips and tricks and inspiration on getting your life all cleaned up. So guys, until next time, I hope you have a good one and God bless. Bye. Okay, so one quick thing. I only do my laundry, Steven's laundry, and Logan's laundry. Emma does her own laundry. That's just part of the parenting technique we use. Logan will be doing his own laundry pretty soon. So right now it's just mine, Steven, and Logan's, which is still 3 loads a week. Insane. One easy thing that I do, we have trash cans in here. I have a white one for whites, and then I can't pick it up, but there's one right here for colors. I have a gray one for colors, so that way whenever the kids come in here or Logan or Steven or whoever comes in here to sort their laundry, whites go in the white one, colors go in the gray one.